Hello grade 12s, we are looking at a civil drawing which is question number 4 in paper 1, and we have quite a bit of information on the right hand side which relates to all the drawings that you will see on the main page. We are going to look at the respective bulleted points where we have an incomplete north elevation of a new house showing the walls, the windows and the door openings, the veranda, the roof and labels. So this is what you are going to see here, the north elevation, and all the information is related to specific detail areas of the north elevation indicated with various arrows. And then we have the next bulleted point, which is the incomplete floor plan showing the walls, positions of the doors, windows, fixtures and electrical layout. Here you are going to find the incomplete floor plan, and it shows you all the information, and that includes the electrical fittings, the fixtures, which are all the bathroom items. You have the features, which are your sliding doors, your normal doors and all your windows, and it's indicated via symbols of W1, W2, W3, D1 and D2. So you need to look for those symbols on the actual floor plan. Then you have a schematic diagram of a roof truss at AA and roof notes. That is where you're going to find the roof truss, a part of it, of which we are going to draw. This detail is all related to the actual north elevation and the section. Then you have the roof notes, which are the information related to that specific part of the roof truss. We will pay special attention to that when we get to the section elevation. Then we have our incomplete foundation, external wall and veranda detail, and that is where you are going to find that information here, the incomplete foundation, external wall and veranda detail. This information will also relate to our section view. Then of course we have our room and area designation as well as floor finishes. That you are going to find right here in terms of what the room compartments are as well as the floor finish within a specific venue. Then we have the door and window schedule, and that's where you're going to find window 1, window 2, window 3, and then door 1 and door 2. Door 1 being the sliding door, and that is how it will appear in the floor plan. Then learners, we have the table of electrical symbols, which you are going to find in this space here, where you have the wall sockets, you have the distribution board, you have the watt meter or electrical meter, the earth leakage, the single pole one-way switch, the double pole one-way switch, and all other components related to your electrical symbols. It does state here N times 45 watt, but when we are going to draw it in our floor plan, we will have to include the actual 3 times 45 watt, which is just a placeholder for the 3 which we have there. Then of course, learners, the table of fixtures here at the bottom, these are all the computerized symbols. You of course need to know the details around the SANS 10143 symbols as to how it is drawn on the floor plan. Keep in mind that the incomplete floor plan and the ground line of the new house drawn to a scale of 1:50, and the incomplete foundation and a break line for the detail section drawn to scale 1:20 will appear on page 6, and that is the page which you are going to set up and draw. Our instructions are to answer this question on page 6, which is the paper that you have prepared and set up. Using the given information of the incompleted floor plan, you need to draw to a scale of 1:50. Very important, a scale of 1:50. So that means all dimensions on here for the floor plan will have to be divided by 50. You need to complete the floor plan and you need to add the following features to the drawing. All doors and windows, all fixtures as indicated by the abbreviations here, all electrical fittings as indicated by the numbers, the complete roof lines, which you will see here, which have been omitted on the actual page 6, and then of course all the hatching detail required for common brick, and those should be lines going at 45 degrees. Learners, let us apply all of these instructions into our drawing by using a scale of 1:50. Grade 12s, we have now completed our incomplete floor plan, and we've added all the different information that's needed. We've looked at our assessment criteria, and we've added the doors and the windows. We've added the fixtures and roof lines, all the electrical components. The hatching was done, as you can see here, and we have included the labels as well. We are going to proceed to this part of our drawing here, which is going to be your incomplete north elevation, by adding all the respective information with regard to the instructions given. So if you look at those instructions, you are going to continue with a scale of 1:50. 4.1.2, you have to complete the north elevation by showing the following features on the drawing: the outside walls, veranda, window and door detail, the roof detail including the fascia boards, gutters, rainwater downpipe and gully. And then of course finally you have to do the finished floor level as well, which is on the inside of the house, which you are going to see there. So all of this information will be redrawn to a scale of 1:50, and you will complete these incomplete sections of the drawing. And keep in mind that you are viewing this from that point here, which you are standing, looking at the front part, which will reflect in your north elevation on top here. Let us see how the drawing unfolds into a completed north elevation. Grade 12, we have concluded the north elevation and we have implemented all the features and components as indicated in the instructions. Just keep in mind that our roof lines are double lines in all the different cases here. We have our fascia board that has 4 divisions, of which 2 on the inside will be our gutter. Our gutter extends 3 millimeters past the end of the fascia board, and that allows for the gutter to be returned on the side. You will see that it returns here as well, so that distance out will be 3 millimeters. Of course, we have our downpipe here that goes into our gully. We have our finished floor level, from which we have determined that from our section view. And then of course we have our door that we have projected up, and our window, which this side is the fixed side and that side is the opening side. And we concluded with the labels of north elevation and the finished floor level. Let's draw our attention now to the following detailed section drawing on the right hand side. If we look at our detailed section, it states here that using the given information and the break line, which you will have in your drawing sheet on page 6, you need to draw to a scale of 1:20. So the scale has to change now from 1:50 to 1:20, because 1:20 shows detail. Hence a detailed section on cutting plane AA of the area in the ellipse shown on the incomplete floor plan. And here you will see that that is the ellipse, and within the section of the ellipse you will have to cut through that and zoom in to a scale of 1:20. Keep in mind that it actually goes through window 3 as well. You need to show the following features on the drawing. Bulleted point 1, the complete foundation, external wall and window detail, the roof detail including the fascia board, gutters, rainwater downpipe and gully, the wash basin to the west of cutting plane AA, all the hatching detail, and keep in mind the substructure hatching may be drawn neat freehand, but of course we are going to apply it with our set squares and T-square. Learners, please label the following on the section: the north elevation, your floor finish, your ground line, finished floor level and the damp proof course. Please use the correct abbreviations and show it on all the relevant views. Please note that all drawings must comply with the guidelines and graphical symbols as contained in the SANS 10143. Our approach to this drawing, learners, will have 3 phases, of which you are going to have phase 1, which is going to be your substructure, and we will start with this component here, which is your incomplete foundation, external wall and veranda detail, where you are going to divide all the different dimensions here to a scale of 1:20, which means that everything here will be divided by 20. And then of course we will move to phase 2, where you show the detail of the window, and then we are going to complete the detailed drawing with phase 3, which is going to be the most important part, your roof detail. Also keep in mind that all information and components that will be shown in the backdrop here, like your wash basin, must be shown on the drawing as well. Let us see how this detailed section drawing unfolds into that space over there. Grade 12s, we concluded the detail section where we have looked at each of the different phases in detail. We started with the foundation and the wall, and we have the window with the lintels, the window frame, the window sill, inside and outside. And then we went on to phase 3, which is your roof with all your different components, your truss, your branding, your purlines and your sheeting, including your fascia board, gutter and rainwater downpipe. And then of course the little detail of the wash basin in the backdrop, as well as the gully where the water is going to filter in from the gutter through the rainwater downpipe. Add in your labels. DPC will be here, DPC will be there, and your ground level will be on this level over here. That concludes our entire civil drawing in detail.